So I was like, I guess a couple people might want to see me give this thing a go. And I'm gonna tell you right now here at the beginning, I'm pretty sure this thing's way out of my weight class. It's like this. It's like this project over here coming up. If I can ever get around to it or get myself the nerve to do it, it's right there. That thing, it's a 4-wheeler, and it's been sitting in the yard for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah, or thereabout. And it used to run when they first got it. It's my sister and them's. And I think it needs a gas tank taken off and cleaned. Probably the carburetor wants to be replaced. Needs a new ignition. And it just generally needs to be went over and checked. Tires probably need some air, that sort of thing. Hopefully it's not too hard to fix all that. But that's, again, I'm punching way above my weight with something like that. I may not be able to get stuff loose. But we do have the lawnmower here. And despite it being as heavy as it wants to be, I'm going to give it a go here. Today, I'm just going to focus on trying to get some of it apart like I usually do when I'm restoring them or fixing them, or whatever you want to call it. And I was looking at the jumble here before I started filming, and I was like, man, where do I even start with this? They're all kind of loose, but they're all snagged, and they're all full of under tension. So I'm like, okay, I guess the first thing to do is take the shroud and stuff off so I can see where they're going and maybe undo them that way or fight with them. This one here, the main one, the one that's most important to me at the moment, that thing's got, I think I know what's going on here, and I'm afraid I'll break it if I try to get it at least from there. So that's why I haven't jumped right to that. All right, hopefully you'll be able to hear me pretty good. The ideal plier for this. There we go. Alright, it disconnects the fuel line. See, it's still pretty good. It's nice and flexible. Still seems like it's pretty good. Need to get the other side off. And I can wipe and clean the fuel line and get the dirt off of it and the oilings. Oh, we got some fuel, I guess, leaking out of there. Oh, bring the rag. Well, yeah, it's oil or something. Maybe that's what's happened. It's oil in the carburetor. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means right off the gate. But it probably has something to do with why it's sitting out there. There's one. That was pretty easy. Alright. Sealed on by probably the 1/2 inch. Let's see. Or no. Maybe. No. I'm being to collect my parts, and for the reason I wanted to work on it out here, I can just put everything right here. Leave it out here. What little I'll be making of these videos. This I'll run out of stuff to fix, and I won't have nothing else to do. I feel this was going to take a while here. I was thinking about what I could do with the auto drive system. I could just disconnect all of that if it's all messed up and seized up and rusted away. That little metal box appears to be its transmission, because I have been looking at this thing's parts diagrams. I found the mowers, parts and all. I found the various sheets for it, pictures of them at least, but finding them in stock, like just to get the side discharge and the mulch cover. That one with the side, I think, was the mulch cover was $99, and the other one with the side discharge was over $100, $112. I was like, what the? So, yeah, might just have to let it blast out the side here. I'll keep looking. That was just the initial search, you know. But if it's truly no longer made, yeah, then. We did manage to get this off. I don't know. First I thought I was going to have to mess with the rope. Was going to be too thick to come out from under the little curly cue that was holding it, but it came off. Doesn't seem to have a, leave it. So it's just 3 stops. So it has 3 bolts in it holding this on. That's pretty slick. Come on, you going to wind up for me? I think I did this to the other one and it helped it out. I guess it's got crap in it. Yeah, look, it's got crap in it. all kinds of crap. We make suddenly make scene changes like that. They just pop up because it's easier to move you around and then cut out the nonsense of me moving the camera. You haven't missed anything. I'm still fiddling around with the pull start mechanism. I got it maxed out and now it's stuck, fully maxed out. So I'm curious as to what's going on with this thing. Does it need some oil or something? Need a little lube. There it goes. The spring seems to be kind of wore out. I bet this thing's fortune too. Glad I still got most of the pieces to it though. It's missing a few things though. Like the chute on the side here, like I was telling you. Filter. Spark plug it has a spark plug in it. You should be able to see the top of the motor there pretty good. I don't think I need to get it that far apart anyway. The goal here was to reach the gas tank. So, oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Hey, look at there. Look at that. Look at that mess. Now I'm glad I saved these. I have 2 more of these in the house. The magnetos. I don't even need to bother I don't think I need to restore that one. If the other ones are even close to this right shape and size, I'll use them. See. All right, so here's the electric start mechanism. Yeah, now we can see everything and get in there. Kind of clean it out a little bit. Oh, wow, I'm going to need some rags and some brush and stuff. I'll be right back. That didn't take too long. I brought my little vacuum cleaner too. Can either try to suck the stuff up or we can use it like this and it's a blower. A little portable blower. That might help some. But I'm going to use my brush here and rag first. The head of the engine was funny looking, man. They are these new ones with the overhead valve like that. They've condensed it down, it looks like, what the purpose of all that was for. Based on the diagrams of this stuff. I can't wait to see what the inside looks like if I have to go that far. But honestly, I hope I don't have to take this all apart. I don't really want to. I'd rather just change this piece out and change a plug, drain the oil and stuff. It might be fine, but if I could change it. Check the fuel system, replace the carburetor if necessary. I bet you that's what's wrong with it. It's just got a bad fouled carburetor. And the whole thing was just overall, it's just kind of funky. And the weather's been got to it. Look how close the magneto, that thing looks like it's contacting it. It's not supposed to. I don't think you know what making contact. No, still bigger than that even. Okay. Uh-oh, I just finished off the gas tank. Oh, look. Yeah, that thing's shot. Oh, wow. It's dry rotted. The whole thing is like that. I didn't realize it was so weak. Well, I tell you what, I may not even bother here. I better go look and see if I can even find this thing. And how much is it? Because without this, it's worthless. Just like the other one. Just like the Murray. Oh, the gas tank. Always the gas tank. All right, I do want to see if I can get this thing off, though. 12. It was a 12 millimeter. If I hadn't leaned on it, I wouldn't have noticed it probably, but I'm glad I did do that. I can see just how badly damaged it is. Yes, sir. And the other one's tank wasn't compatible with this. This plastic base like that too. No, it had some oil and stuff on it, kept it going. I guess this got cooked in the sun for too long. This is what happens to plastic when it sits in the sun too long. If only we'd had it pushed up under something. Probably this thing might have made it. Alright, well at least we can see it and stuff. I can take it and look for it. Alright. I mean, the gas tank couldn't be that bad, right? You gotta look that up on the internet and see if it's worth it. Alright, let's try the blower on this fan. I mean, the flywheel blower. Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to pull that stuff into the little custom on my car. Soon I get the filter cartridge filthy like that. That makes it ruins it. Yeah, that helps a little bit though. There we go. There we go. There's that one. DC's that cable. Let's see if the cable works or not. Find out why that's so tight. As long as it's moving, it's moving. I'm gonna leave it attached. Save myself the headache. Alright. But that one seems to be alright. Put it to the side. And this one here is going to the drive system. And this one too is also going to down in there like that. Okay. And they go up here to this deal. So we're gonna need some screwdriver for that one. Okay. So it does have an electrical connection. So that's what this was. Alright. I was wondering how the auto this key thing was connected. At first I didn't see this. It's seized up, whatever's going on. I think it was just seized up here as well, but there's more to it. That is going to be fun to figure out. I currently don't know how it works. Clean spider webs, egg bags, and stuff out of it. This thing here is held on by the same kind of stuff. Oh, what, is that the battery? There it is. That's what they had up in there. Oh my God. There's the ignition. That ignition's bad. frown, I'm turning my frown upon on this. It's like, Lord. Sealed rechargeable lead acid battery, 12 volt. I wonder if my conditioner can do anything. It's like the car battery. I have to take it around and try it out and get a reading on it that way, or take my multimeter. Hey, we got my multimeter. Let's see what the battery is. It's probably dead as doing it right. Wow, now we're getting a reading. It's so dead. Oh, it's almost nothing on it. 0.62 volts. Yikes. All right, well, I don't know if my conditioner can help it or not. I don't know, maybe that's just construction. This is a bulge right here. Get it out of the sunlight. I'm gonna have to probably replace the battery if I want the auto start thing. I mean the keyed start thing to work. Sure, that's how it's part of that's the power for the starter motor. Is what all that wiring does. It's got a fuse in it. This was what's left of the part of it. Here's the other piece. There's the ignition. There's the keyhole, and I seen this on the internet. I seen a version of it. Oh, there's more. Okay. Yeah, they give you this whole thing. See if we can get it out of there. This thing is begin progress. It might take weeks to fix this one, months. Just because of the cost of parts, having to wait for get the money for each one. Okay, so this piece went up inside of here like that. I'm trying to tell if it's actually broken or just come loose. Kind of depends on what's going on with the base. Still plugged into the thing. Yeah. See, the circuit board with the pins on the bottom was supposed to go here. Somebody's back. Maybe Candace and Julia's home. Maybe been gone for several days. Yeah, that's it must have been soldered in there or something. Appears to be broken, but that was its ignition switch. So, okay, more broken stuff. But the wires and stuff are sound, so that's good. And comes the parts. I don't know if I want this welded. I mean, it's soldered onto that. And yeah, we'll just leave it together. It's already apart. Just tuck it up in here. Yeah. It might fit, but I don't feel like doing all that with it. I gotta see if I can put it back together. All right. Well, there's that. That thing's got some problems. We got this cable undone now. All right, since I can't do much of this right at the moment, other than check that battery and all, and try to figure out how to put it back together. I'll try this piece out. Let's put this on. Since we know it's not seized up. Let's see, can I pull this tension spring? See, it's moving. Might not make it. It's got too much tension. Wow. Well, there you go. It broke off right there. The plastic was like the gas tank. I can see it and rotted away. It's just too much. That thing has got so much tension on that spring for some reason. I mean, way too much tension. Well, folks, I'm afraid there's more problems here, and I know how to fix. I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't even gotten into the drive system. That's just that. It's already a bunch of broken mess right here. I'm gonna have to order this cable, most likely, just because this piece broke. I'm not gonna push it back on there and tape it or something, but I have a feeling that cord's gonna snap anyway, because this metal spring contraption it's just not. It looks fine, but it's something ain't right about it. Maybe it's too tight. I don't know if I can make an adjustment to that or not. Let's see. We'll try it. There's its old magneto. It's becoming desandwiched, even worse than the other one. This one's, I think that one's trash. I'm gonna call it trash. Alright, starter motor. Definitely seen better day. That's the gear. So it's a gear on a gearbox, which is attached to the starter. So the starter, just like in a car, it's turning a little miniature flywheel right here, it looks like, which is in turn spinning this against, it's supposed to be spinning against this, but it looks like it's not even lined up with it. So it's actually not even doing anything. This right here is not even in place. It's supposed to be inside these grooves here. It's just below it. So it's not actually doing anything. If it was, then I'd see it. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. Kind of. Maybe it's the way it's shaped. Let's see. Get this thing out of the way. Now we can test the motor. That was the whole point of taking that off. See, now I don't care about that cord. Deal with that cord. It's mighty tight. Uh-oh. Oh. I don't know if that's the starter gear stopping it, or if it's the engine head seized up somehow. Oh. There's its gasket. Hey, let's check this out together. So leaving over here in the nosebleed section. Hey, at least I got it started right. It's definitely convoluted. How well can you see that? Not too great, huh? It sucks. Here we go. We'll just take you down here. Before I need a GoPro. Some on my foot attached to my hat or something. Right here, there's 4 bolts on the front that hold this cover on. And then behind it, there's a fuel. That's a fuel. No, it's not a regulator. I don't know. I thought it was a fuel flow regulator for a moment, but I'm like, no, that would be over here. So yeah, it's got these bolts right here on top, and there's probably some more on the bottom. It's less of them. Remember how many the other one had like 9 bolts going on? This one has 1, 2 on the bottom there, and then the spark plug. And I guess these also count as part of the head bolts as well. They probably going all the way through to the back right here. Then again, no, they're not. Well, yeah, because it can't. Yeah, the other ones do, though. They go into this part. So you got multiple layers of head stuff going on here. You got a seal that's going to be here, and a seal that's going to be here now. And this is the chamber where the little valves are opening and closing on this side now instead of on this side. Alright, the carburetor's got a couple of arms going on. I assume this is like on all the others. It's the governor arm right here. It's going back here to the same little arm that's going across and probably down into the engine like before with that geared thing that's kind of flailing around behind the piston rod. All that's good stuff. I don't see any reason to take the muffler off other than just clean up in there. I'm pretty sure I got the driver for the spark plug. Get that out with the extension pretty easy. Check it out. But I'm still concerned about all this shit up here, so just discontinue it. All that. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to take me a little break here. Continue with this in a little bit. Yeah, the mechanism looks fine. It's not seized up or nothing as far as I can tell. I think the cord's just grungy and old, or that plastic piece wasn't. I needed to have it mounted. Is what's going on. I need some more zip straps. I think I got a couple left. But yeah, that ties into the electrical part here. Okay, sends a signal and bypasses. Somehow it's getting a signal. Okay, it leapfrogs you from the other side to the starter. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I see what they got going on here. All right, it's so I don't lose my position here. I'm gonna put some of this stuff back on it. Now if the one's in there, I don't think I push the other side into place. Force that thing to go back. Yeah, that's what you do. Oh, yes. That's not gonna work. There we go. Rust doesn't conduct, so that's junk. The starter is an unknown. The gas tank is junk. The cabling seems to be unresolvable at the moment. That's just that one. I haven't even tried to get to the other ones or take the head off of it. Let's see if flipping it up and see what we can see underneath. How's that come apart? Now I know the wheels and stuff here on the back. These are going to be fun. These are they're not like the wheels on the other two mowers. The other two mowers are very simple back wheels and front wheels as well, just a bolt or two holding them in place. These here have a hubcap covering up some screws and plates that go into a gear mechanism that's either in here, I think it's in here, and the shaft it's being spun, driven by this mechanism. It's in the center. It's a transmission of some sort, and it's supposed to transfer power from the spinning pulley to the back axle and send the rotating axle to this gear work in here. Yeah. I have a feeling if I take this apart, I'm not going to be able to put this back together. I'm just leveling with you here. Okay, I have some camera adjustments there. We got it up on the side. Ow. Along with a bunch of crap that fell off of it. It's like no one's moved me in years. All right. It almost wants to. Yep, they've got her. Heck yeah, because the engine being like so tight, it made it possible. I could go fetch the hammer. I don't think I need it though. Doing that right out the get-go, huh? Hey, Coco, you visiting? All right. Really? He is. All right. It's working. When I bought these wrenches, I was like, I wonder if I'll ever find a use for. I found a use for. Now it's good enough. So that's what that thing's doing. Okay. So one of those cables is going right here. It's kind of hard to work with pine needles. I mean, leaves and sticks and acorns and rocks stabbing you in the kneecaps. There we go. Yes, just like the other one, it's all seized up, but it has the same adapter. All the others, it's pretty sandy where it sits. Definitely needs sanding. Even the parts you think are painted may not be that well. May not be holding on that well anymore. Another cord coming in right here. That's the other one. It's engages. Okay, so it's putting tension on this belt is what it's doing. That's the mechanism for engaging it. When you pull down on it, it pulls the belt together and makes it drive this pulley, which is connected to this. The pulley's going into it. That's the base right there. And I assume it's a corkscrew gear or something on it turning in here. It spins another gear in here that's facing another direction, and that's driving your axle power, which is being transferred into this through a gear here. Yeah, so it's just one side. One side gets the power. Man, if this stuff ain't lubricated and exactly right, it will never work right. This must have something to do with a way to stop the blade. Maybe that's what DJ was referring to. Maybe this one has, hey DJ, if you watch this one, it does apparently, it has some kind of deal sliding mechanism right here. That's not its seal. Seal is behind all of that. That's the pulley. Okay. So in my first video, even I could see the nervousness when I said, oh, here's your seal. No, it's not the seal. It comes off right here and here. And there's the bolts. The bolts for the engine. Oh, okay, that's 1, 2, and 3. Right, okay. Yeah, they look clean as they can be. I can get them out no problem. So getting the motor off of the decking looks like it'll be easy peasy. And really, I guess I just need to take this stuff off. And the cable comes right out, look. And it's got the same clip as the others. Squeeze and go, cut tight. I can see this one though. I can't show you that one. There you go. It's a couple little hooks in there that it hangs on. It gives this piece, just like the other parts, it's got a part that this hooks to, and then it's got a part that this sticks into. And I had to navigate back through all of that. So that gives us the handlebar for the, this is the go, this is the lever forward. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's check it. Does it work? Okay. Does not. Is that our problem? Oh no, it works. It just doesn't have much play. This one's very short leashed here. No, this one's fine. This one has zero problems. If I take it all apart, I'm gonna be struggling to put it back together because I ain't gonna know where all this stuff goes. I need to take pieces off and clean them. Maybe somehow document, which I ain't never good at that. How do you document something like that? Some pieces will make sense automatically. It's like, it can only be this. Oh, wow. Maybe this swings out of the way. Yeah, if this thing won't own it, I bet it comes all the way up in the air, making it somewhat easier. Or maybe you can take this off at that point. Spring loaded right here. Some of the stuff I'm not quite sure what it does yet. I'll figure it out eventually if I feel like looking it up and all. We're studying the part diagrams some more. Frank probably knows what it does. I should ask him about it. I ain't heard nothing out of him since I showed him this one. He's probably like, yikes. I don't want to mess with that one. He's got too many other. He's got other cars and stuff he's got to fix. So this one's all me right That'd be a lot easier. Catch right here. So pressed it over. And there's just so many obstacles in the way to keep that belt from coming loose. So much for easy change out on these things. I guess they figured if it ever breaks, you just throw it in the garbage and go buy you another one. Take it to a shop with somebody who does it all the time. I'm sure there's some kind of mechanism. Usually there's a way to release it. It has something to do with this. It's seized up. There's no gap in it. It's like it was supposed to move. Like this part should. Yeah, right. I just see myself getting cut real bad. There's little screws around the edges of this. I shouldn't have to take all that apart. I mean, I'm probably going to have to if I want to just to take it apart and try to clean all this stuff up, put it back together. But yeah, it's definitely going to be confusing enough to figure out it comes apart, let alone put it back together. It's a nice mower. Was. Not so much anymore. Can't get a ratchet in there. Can't get a socket in there. It's like this could be tamped out with a hammer, perhaps. It's just dead ends everywhere I look on this one, man. Yeah, I hate to disappoint the people who might be wanting to see this, but as it stands, it's out of my level. It's beyond my level of capabilities to fix it. Hell, I don't even get the belt off of it. Not really. All right, I've cleaned up where we were working at. It was all right there just a moment ago. And as you can see, that's what we got now. It's probably hard to see it at that angle. It's in the shade. But there you go. I got it broke down to that level. I could probably stick that in my car. If not, I'll take the wheels off the front. That'll make it a little smaller. But I think I can get the engine off. I'm just tired. My back's beginning to hurt. I guess I'm just getting too old. Can't do it like I used to, or something's wrong with my back or my kidneys or something. I don't know. But yeah, got it broke down. I took the battery inside. There's all this piece. Some of its parts is right here underneath the Murray handlebars. There's its handlebar. I got the battery inside. We're gonna go there next. See if any of this is worth my time. And there's the rest of the pile, including the trashy gas tank, shroud and pulley and all that. So I got all the pieces for it. That it came with it anyway. Doesn't mean I got all the pieces we need to make it work. To mess with any more of it. Plus, I was looking at all the overwhelming amount of problems there, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bite all that off in one go. Not to say I won't try to figure it out and fix it up, but I'm a little unsure already of how to put it back together. I mean, it can't be but so many ways it goes, right? I figured out how to put that other engine pieces back in there without any help, so I probably figured out it's just gonna be a little trial and error. But I brought this inside. I usually use it on car batteries. Little Temu. One little thing I got from Temu. It actually does work for all right for what it is. This thing claims to be a 12-volt lead acid battery, which is what this type of charger conditioner is meant to be used on. So we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, it'll tell me on a little computer error. I tried it with other batteries and it told error. Okay, we've got nothing, not reading anything like that now. In fact, let's just see what this thing can be used as a multimeter as well. If I don't plug it up to the wall power, then we just connect its terminals here. We should either get, if it's charged at all enough to charge to turn the display on, then we know it's got some kind of power. But if it don't even cut the display on to read error, then the battery really is totally dead, like the multimeter was saying. There won't even a volt left on it. Yeah, we're getting 0. Yeah, you can see the edge. That little screen in the middle of the yellow box would light up. So now if we plug it up, it's going to light up now. Claims it's full, but that's not true. That means it's shorted most likely. No, there we go. No. Yeah, it keeps jumping to full. Let's put it in full. It is treating it like a car battery, so there's that. We'll put it in the opposite. This charges it backwards, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I think it's pulling the voltage out of it is what it's attempting to do, and in an attempt to reverse any shorts on the plates. No guarantee this will work. It may have been setting too long, and the inside little crystals have grown between little crystals of material have grown across the plates, just fine enough to connect it together and make the battery appear to be full, but not really. Maybe if one cell's full and the rest of them are messed up, or one's messed up, throwing the rest of the good ones off, that kind of thing. So we'll let it do that and see if it gives me any kind of reading with my multimeter, not this thing. Because this thing will tell me it's full when it's not sometimes. You know, because well, yeah, on some batteries. But most time on car batteries, I never had trouble with it. It either works or the battery's not, or dead. You know, I've had a few dead batteries that I brought back to life with that thing. Maybe this one will work. All right, well, I ain't going to leave you hanging all day to find out. And all, so, yeah, we'll check back with this in a little while. All right, it's been about an hour now with this lawnmower battery. It's probably going to take longer than that. But I just wanted to see if it would do anything. I think the flashing means it might not be working correctly. But it does do that, so. But when I go back, watch, it's going to do that again. You can't read it. It says full. It immediately says like 13.8 and then shoots to full immediately, which indicates to me I believe it's got a short, because it normally does not do that. It should stay charging at least for a few minutes or something like that. Even if it's because the pull mode, it only does so much, and I don't think it's actually full. So what we're going to do is let's take it off wall power and see if it stayed. Let me check my connectors too. Yeah. They're on there. It claims it's full, which is, yeah, right. Now, we'll know if it's good or bad, because if it's bad, this thing should cut off. If it's good, it should stay on. I need my hands. Both hands. And it died. So there you go. It doesn't even have enough power inside anymore, so this thing's junk. See, that's another piece that I'd have to get for this lawnmower. All in all, I have a feeling the parts are going to be way more than I'm expecting to replace this kind of stuff. The battery. I'm going to go look up some parts here and see what they cost. I got this part and the other piece. I found this one here in my collection. Is this is one I don't have to buy. It looks pretty similar. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one? No, it's the other one. It's this one. Yeah. Yeah, this one looks very similar. I think it's got the same middle shape as the other one. The other one has a shape like this, and it's not coming apart like the other one was. Plus, it's not nowhere near as rusty. So I'm pretty sure this one's good and all that. So that's cool. That's one of them. But that's the only piece I think I got, and a blade. I can use my other blade. It's down in here in the dark spot down in there. And some extra wheels and stuff, but the wheels and all they're worthless for this project. These are some big problems. Some major issues with this mower, that's for sure. It's I did find the parts diagram though that shows how it goes back together. So even if I take it all the way apart, I can't always look at that diagram and go like an instruction book and piece by piece put it back together. I think I might have dropped a couple of little small bolts for the shroud, at least one in the yard back there. Went, oh man. I got a magnet I can drag around and find them, but that sucks. Everything else is collected up and all that. Plus, I got the spare parts from the other mowers too, all the screws and things. Not every piece. The rest of the motor housing and all is laying out there on the old washing machines. Things that can be thrown out. It's just a challenge getting it to the recycle yard. We need a truck. All we got is my nephew. It's hard to get him to come up here to do that. Yeah. I just end up collecting more junk back there, I guess. that was the idea, was to fix some of this junk up, you know, and turn it and make it useful, and just have a spare lawnmower, or fix it up and sell it to somebody who needs a lawnmower, or sell the Ace up, or I don't know. It's all kinds of possibilities there. I'm going to go with just keeping it and try to use the yellow one. But looking at the state of all the parts and the complexity of it, I gave up because it got hot and I was a little tired. My back hurt. So I was like, I was enough recording. Hell, it was an hour and a half worth of data there. Got here behind me to edit. I'll have to add this clip in at the end. But yeah, I'm not too bummed out. It's just looks like a lot of parts to buy. And I'm thinking if the parts add up to be, you know, like if it starts getting with the gas tank and the carburetor and the air filter and this, that, because I hadn't even checked the carburetor. I stopped short of doing that to it. That's the next thing that I can take off. But I know if I take all that stuff off, and I'm most likely going to have to, because it looks like something's leaking really badly, from somewhere, and I'd like to try to figure that out. I want to say try. I'm going to figure it out. I don't know where it's coming from right off. Especially with this one. This is a new model. It's newer than any of the other ones I've messed with. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, worst case scenario would just be parts. We can check it out that way. If it turns out to be too expensive to fix it, it won't mind. It was just some random crap in the backyard. Literally, I don't know whose it belonged to. But whoever bought it in the past, it was nice for a little while, I'm sure, when it worked. And I said it may not be too much wrong with it. It might just be oil some parts, sand some things, you know, and just figuring out how it comes apart. I got the transmission loose and the belt's practically falling out of there. It's just I need to take the hammer out. I guess try to knock the post off, and I'll continue to work on it some more. But it's Sunday and I'm chilling after doing that little bit. I was like, that's enough, because I did have to work, you know, regular. It was just after work. And I'll try to do some more with it on my days off for sure, and give it a good go. See how much of it I can take all the way apart. I done got a good start. I got all the cables loose, and the just about able to take the engine off. I could have if I wanted to, but I have to. The triangular piece, I don't know what to do about that thing. I believe I got to get the mower blade adapter off. You know, that oval shaped piece. I need to get that off the engine shaft, and then that metal plate should come up out of the way. Maybe I can get a socket behind it then, or to take this pressure off that spring. Then I can knock the little rod out of the way, just disassemble it. See, there's also the option of taking out the gearing and stuff in the back, just remove it and make it a straight shaft, if it's possible, and remove the devices that are causing the friction on the side of the wheel there. It's only one side that's got that stuff. If I take that off, it should become freely movable. It's like any other mower, and it might become much easier to push it, and it'll be like, oh, well, this ain't so bad. And then do away with the auto drive handle and all that, and downgrade it. I know that's the cop-out way, but considering that it's, I don't know, it might come back. I don't want to get you excited thinking he's going to fix it all the way with brand new, but I don't have the confidence in myself to be able to do that alone. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. It's not to say it can't be done, but I might have to get some help. Go out to Frank's and get his advice, and because he's worked on stuff like this, and he'll be like, "Oh, okay, I see what you got here," and help me figure out what we can do. If it's even worth fixing it and stuff like that. Because without the engine, it's kind of useless, really. All the other stuff it's got to have the engine to drive everything, and have all those cables has got to go into that engine because it's got all the adapters and stuff. So at least it has most of the parts. It looks like it has everything it needs to run, except it's got some leaking seals. It needs an air filter. It's going to just be blasting grass out the side, because that I've already looked the chute up. That thing's expensive. I'll have to go on the internet here and make another video after this part to show you the shopping of how much it's going to cost in parts, and then we'll go from there. All right, well, I guess this is the end of the video now. So if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.